Hi, everybody. We are going to go live here in just a moment, or I guess I am live. Just going to make sure everything is working, get it all set up. Give me just a moment, and then we will get started. Okay. All right, looks like I'm live on Facebook. Double check the volume. I think it's working. I thought I heard something. And then we will check on YouTube. There we go. So Facebook is up and running. I'm going to go ahead and share this if I can. All right, and then we'll jump over to YouTube and make sure that is working. Let's see. Okay, that sounds like it might be working too. Perfect. And I see people are here. Hello, hello. We've got some people on YouTube. Debbie is here. And Karen. Hello, you guys. So good to see you. Let's see if anybody is on Facebook. Looks like we have 4 people watching Facebook. If you're watching, go ahead and leave a comment. It's so fun to say hello. And we will get started here in just a moment. I'm going to try to fix my lighting. It's a little bit of a gloomy day. Hi, Whitney. Hi, Chelsey. Great to see you. Hi, Lori. It's a cold day here. I think the high is going to be like 57 in Colorado. Cold, cold, cold. At least where I am in Colorado. I am so glad so many people are able to join me. Let me grab a couple supplies. I never know what I'm going to need, but I always like to have a good pair of scissors and my take a pick tool and then a bone folder. And what we're going to do today is we're going to unbox our kit, and then we are going to make one of the projects, one of each project. So usually there's 2 or 3 projects, and we'll just do one of each. And then that way we can see what's in the kit, see what the kit makes, and then maybe next week I'll start sharing some of my alternatives that I like to make with paper pumpkin. So if you're new to my channel or my Facebook group and you want to learn more about paper pumpkin, I'll put a link in the description after the video is over with it's the link to subscribe. So Paper Pumpkin is a monthly crafting kit put together by Stampin' Up. And we usually make cards in this kit. Every once in a while there'll be something new and different, like I've seen home decor or treat boxes, things like that. But 90% of the time it's cards. Yeah, Whitney says that it's 81 in Northern Virginia. And same with Lori. She says that it's in the 80s where she is. Hi, Dale. Hi, Deborah. It's great to see you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So the kit always includes a Stampin' Spot. These are small little ink pads. This month's is Cajun Craze. And then it also includes a stamp set in every kit. Sometimes some kits include 2 stamp sets. This one's a fall themed, and it says, wishing you the happiest of days. This one down here says, thinking of you. And then we've got thankful and warm wishes, along with some autumn images such as acorns, some flying geese, and then 3 different types of leaves. Okay, here are the projects that this card kit makes. It makes 3 cards, and you get enough supplies in the kit to make 3 of each card. And what I like to do is make 1 of each with you today, and then we will also make some alternatives here on my channel. And I use 1 set of supplies. So that means everything you need to make 1 of each card, I will use that to make my alternatives. Okay, so it's really fun. If you want to follow along with me and make my alternatives, you just need to put 1 of everything aside, and then you'll know that you'll have enough supplies to make my alternatives. Okay, let's talk about what's in the kit. I'm excited to see. It looks like we've got some adhesive, which is always included in the kits. And so we've got dimensionals as well as glue dots. Some really beautiful ribbon. This looks like pecan pie ribbon, which is just a soft brown color. It's a nice wide, like grosgrain texture. So it's got that little bit of texture to it. We have some envelopes. They always give coordinating envelopes, which is fun. I'm seeing 3 different colors there. We've got maybe the timid tiger, that pecan pie, and then the Cajun craze. So love that. And you should have a total of 9, 3 in each color. Okay, so then we get our card bases. This one is that toile kind of pattern with trees and deer. And it's in the pecan pie color, and it has a white inside, which makes it really easy to write a little message inside your card. I'm going to put one off to the side and then put the others back in my box. That way I don't misplace anything. Oops, there we go. We have a little cornfield scene. These are on some rectangle pieces with a little corner cut out, which is always a fun detail. You should also have 3 of those in your kit. I'll put one off to the side for our cards today. Hi, Linda. Great to see you. Thanks for joining me on Facebook today. Here is another pattern. This one's kind of got a plaid feeling to it. And it's an early espresso or dark brown color. You should also have 3 of those. Then we have 1 sheet of kind of this brown foil, like a bronzy foil. You can see that shine. And there are 9 of those. I'm guessing I probably need 3. So I'm going to go ahead and pop 3 out. They look to be all the same size and shape. And then I'll save the rest for my alternatives. We have labels. They always give us an extra label because we're stamping on these. And so there's just a small chance that we'll make a mistake. And so we'll need that extra one. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out 1 of each. This is a long rectangle with that fishtail banner on one side. Then we have kind of a crumb cake beige circle with a little bit of that brown, brassy, bronzy, that's probably the right one, bronze foiling. And then we have a large circle. This one has a little bit of that bronze foil as well along the edge. Very pretty. Save the rest for later. We've got our next card base, kind of has a linen feeling to it, like texture, not a texture, but visual, like a visual texture to it. It's got some soft beige colors. I'm going to put one off to the side. We have some frames with half a tree in them. Can you see that? There we go. Let me put that card base. We'll flip it over to the white side so you can see that a little better. Linda says she loves this paper pumpkin kit. Can't wait for my alternatives. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. I do love autumn as well. The colors are just so pretty. The frame has a little bit of that foil to it as well. It's kind of a hand-drawn, kind of woodsy, wood grain feeling to it, and it has that touch of foil. Very pretty die cut. So I'll put the two back in the box and we'll save one. Then we have a sheet of die cuts with some autumn colored leaves and a thankful greeting, as well as, is that a fox and some pumpkins? That's really cute. We'll save one of those. And then we've got our chipboard to make sure everything stays nice and straight. And we have our stamp sheet. So this is the sheet that I will keep with my stamps just to make sure that I've got all of the stamps that belong in the stamp set. What I do is just cut it right down here along the perforated edge, put it inside a clear envelope, and that's how I store mine. And then we have our instruction sheet. Hi, Penny. So good to see you. I'm glad you're able to join me today. And Nancy, she says, good morning to everyone. I know Nancy joined me last week for my online class, and so it's fun to be able to get together again today. She is still working on her Halloween cards and treats. We made some fun cards together. So we've got colored images here on the front showing us what the cards should look like. And then we have our instruction sheet, and I'll walk you through how to understand it. This page here, this section, shows us what we need for each card. So it just gives us a visual list of what's inside. And then this back page shows us the coordinating die set. This is a really fun die set. So if you have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, consider getting this. It coordinates really beautifully with this set as well as with the past ones. September is the last month that this officially coordinates with, but of course you can always use it any time of the year. So there will be a new one for October, November, and December. And I still need to order it. I'm excited about it. It looks like a beautiful one. And then we also see everything that should be inside the kit. So if you think that maybe you're missing something, you can always check the back page to look and see what should be inside, as well as what are the coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors. So we've got Cajun Craze, Crumb Cake, Darling Duckling, Early Espresso, Pecan Pie, Timid Tiger, and then we've got, they're calling it a metallic chocolate bronze, which that just sounds delicious. All right, let's go ahead and get started making our cards. Let's start with card number 1. This one is the pecan pie Toile patterned card base and the frame with the tree. We're also using the beige circle and the thankful die cut. The stamp that we're going to be using is the acorn. And then these are our adhesive and our ink pad. So in your very, very first paper pumpkin kit, you're going to get a nice skinny little clear block. And you'll want to hold on to it so that you can use it for all of your paper pumpkin kits after that. And I like to open up my Stampin' Spot with a little score line right between the lid and the base. I missed section. Let's try that again. 3rd time's the charm. Just be careful, you don't want to accidentally slit your finger. And I always like to do a quick little test. So I need to find some scratch paper. Okay, so the little acorn is what we need. Put it on your clear block. And we are going to stamp it inside our circle. Dale says she loved the Halloween cards. Thank you so much. I did too. It was a really fun class. Okay, that stamp's really nice. So now I'm ready to stamp it on my label. Just there in the center. Okay. Our next step, step number 2, we are going to add dimensionals to the frame, the tree, and the thankful, and then our acorns get dimensionals on one side and glue dots on the other. So I'm going to just kind of do this a little at a time. So first I'm going to fold my card base and use my bone folder to make a nice crease. And then I'm going to start with the dimensionals on the back of my frame. They're mini size, which is nice because then it fits inside that frame width. And I'm just going to do one in each corner and one or two in the middle. Maybe 2 with this length here, or maybe just 1. I'm a minimalist when it comes to my adhesive, and I know some people put more than I do, and that's okay. There's plenty. That is a very skinny little frame right there. This one is stuck where I don't want it. Okay. And a couple spots on the tree. Okay. So that's where I placed mine. You could do more or less. Just pressing down, make sure that they're connected. And then this goes right in the center of our card base with the tree on the left near the score line, the folded edge. Today definitely feels like a fall day, with the colors of the leaves changing in my neighborhood and the weather definitely has got a little crisp feel to it. Okay, so those are all sticky. right in the center, or as close to center as you can get. Don't stress about it. Very pretty. Let's add our thankful greeting next. Couple dimensionals on that. This looks like it goes near the base of the tree, underneath the leaves. Stick it right there. And then the acorn piece goes over the frame and the greeting just a little bit. So that is why there was glue dots here on this side, so that way you could stick it to the frame. I'm just going to put a dimensional on the top and bottom and call it good. So the top would be out there, and the bottom out there. Oh, I put them on the wrong side, of course. All right, just rip them right off. This is why I save my dimensionals, because you never know. Okay, so it's like this. This is, I had that one in the right spot. It was the other one that was in the wrong spot. There we go. And it goes right over the frame and to the right of the greeting. And that card is done. Super quick and simple. Really pretty card. Definitely has the autumn feel to that card. We'll just put it over here on the right side and we'll move to number 2. Okay, Nancy says, has anyone seen the finger dauber trick? You take an old dauber, remove the sponge, and a Velcro circle either half to the top, then add the other side of the Velcro circle to the bottom of the spot. Make 2 daubers, one rough side with one with the soft side, then you can add either side. Oh, that is such an interesting idea. So you take one of those Velcro circles, and one side is soft and one side is rough. And so then you can use either side to get different textures on your card with ink. That's a very cool idea. I've never seen that before. Okay, has anybody else seen that idea? So we're going to move on to card number 2. For this one, we need our lighter card base. We'll need our large circle, the 3 leaves, one of our ribbons, we will want our some leaves to stamp, and then the colorful leaves. So this is all about leaves, this card. Okay. So then you just open up your instructions to the next section, and that will show you how to make this card. I'm just going to fold along this line so that we can not get visually distracted. So we're going to stamp wishing you the happiest of days inside our circle. Let's start with that greeting. Just like before, I'm going to do a little test just to make sure that it's stamping nice and crisp. Okay, that looks good. I like stamping inside circles because then I don't have to worry so much about it getting straight because there's no straight side. Just try to get it in the center. Oh, and then it bubbled up on me. That's okay. So that got a little bubbly. To fix that, I will sometimes add Versamark underneath the ink. So this would be cleaned, and then you add Versamark, which is a sticky ink that is used for heat embossing. And then without cleaning the Versamark, you can add your color ink on top, and it holds the ink in place and you don't get that bubble look. But the texture is not going to bother me because our card has kind of a weathered fall look to it anyway. Okay, we're also going to stamp our leaves. It looks like we put 2 leaves together and we stamp around on our card base. So let's do that next. Oh, okay, I misunderstood. Nancy says, no, you put the Velcro to the bottom of the spot. Then you can use the dauber to pick up the spots and add ink to your stamps. Oh, I see. So you're putting something here on your ink, and then you use your Velcro, and then you can use the ink to add color to your stamps. Very interesting. So my ink, I would do this with this spot. Is that what you're saying? Very interesting idea. I have not done that, and I definitely have not thought of that. But I do like the idea. Okay, it looks like 2 of these leaves are similar. But I don't know if it matters which 2 you choose. I bet you could just do all 3 even if you wanted to. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I'm just going to put all 3 together because I like to be a little different. Pop them on the clear block at the same time, and then I can stamp all of them. Okay. Oh, I should fold this first. And we're just focusing along the edge. So keep that in mind. We don't have to fill the whole card base with our leaves. Just stamp around the edges. Make sure to rotate either your cardstock or the stamp to get a variety so that you're not always stamping the same leaf shape going the same direction. You want it to be a little different. I'm going to go right here. That one. And then maybe let's do this one here like that. Okay. If you have the glass mat, just make sure to wipe up any ink that gets on that glass mat so it doesn't go to the back of your card. Okay. So that's what my card looks like after stamping around the edge. Is it perfect? No, but it looks fine. It looks good. We are going to add our leaves next. And it looks like we put them all on with dimensionals. Don't know if it matters where the dimensionals go. I think we'll just figure it out as we go. So I'm going to do 2 on the metallic leaves. And then probably 3 on these larger leaves. One on each side and then one in the middle for support. Okay. Then we get to add these to our center. These go in the center of our card. Is there right and wrong? I don't know. We're just going to go and see how it all ends up looking. We're going to put our greeting in the middle. I'm going to just put it like that. So those are the two leaves that I put down. Yes, there's some gaps and holes. I'm going to fill them in with the bronze leaves. Is it right in the middle? Doesn't really look like it, but that's probably okay. I'll put a bronze on that side. Still have a gap right there, so I'm probably going to do two on this side. They have it a little opposite. They've got two on the left bottom and one on the top right, and I'm kind of flipping that just a little bit since we can do this however we want, right? And then this one I will put on this side here. Okay. And then we're going to take the ribbon. We're going back up to step 2, and it looks like we fold it in half with a little bit of a height difference. So one's going to be a little higher than the other. And I am going to add this with glue dots. And I'm going to put one glue dot right where the two pieces meet, so that way I know it's holding that shape in place. And then this is going to go a little bit of an angle. And then I'm going to put my greeting on it first. Flip it over, and then I'll add more adhesive. I've added a piece on the ribbon just to help hold it in place when it's on my card. If you have tear and tape, I think that might be stronger. So you might consider doing tear and tape over that ribbon just to hold everything in place. Okay. And then this goes right in the middle. Very cute. Another quick, simple card. I love it. I love that little touch of ribbon right there. It coordinates so nicely. Nan says, "You spoil us with such great alternatives. The kit cards look so bland." You're so sweet. Thanks, Nan. I'm glad you like my alternatives. I think that if you need a quick and easy card, these cards are perfect. You know, quick, easy, simple to put together. There's nothing wrong with doing the card kit as is, but it is fun to kind of step them up a little bit and add more layers and things like that for some really special cards, right? Okay, let's move on to our last card, card number 3. I'm going to go ahead and fold this. We need the Early Espresso plaid card base along with our cornfield label or large rectangle die cut. We've got the fox and the pumpkins. We are going to do Thinking of You as well as the geese. Let me grab those from the stamp. There's the geese on one side, and then Thinking of You on the other. And then we'll put it on the banner, which we need as well. Okay. All right, let's get started. Hi, Peggy. It's so good to see you. We're going to begin by stamping the geese and the greeting. So the greeting goes on the label with the banner on the right side, and the geese go up in the top right corner of the cornfield. So let's do that. Grab my little scratch paper here. Let me show you my little Versamark trick. Just in case you need it for your stamps. So I'm not going to use my scratch paper because I know that this Versamark works awesome. So before inking in the color, you're going to ink up first in Versamark. I'm just going to do both since my ink pad's open. Then you can take your color ink and ink it up. So I have not cleaned it between the two inks. And when you add the stamp, it should make a little V to the right. I think that's the right way. It makes the geese look like they're flying correctly instead of upside down. Then for the greeting with the banner on the right side, we'll go ahead and ink up thinking of you. Make sure nice and even all the way across. And then right in the center. Okay, beautiful. And you can see how crisp and clear that is, especially compared to this one. Here, we'll put them together. Do you see the difference? Okay. We are going to pop everything up, it looks like, with dimensionals. So I've got to find what I did with them. Okay. So making sure our card opens the correct way, it's a horizontal card. Let's go ahead and add these things. Our large rectangle goes down first. This is a cute little corn field. It makes me think of a corn maze. We do corn mazes in the fall. They're so fun. And then we're going to put thinking of you up near the top left area. And they've got it coming off just a little bit from that rectangle. Oh, that's not even. So just a little bit off the edge. Then they've got the pumpkin sitting in front of the corn underneath the greeting. Right kind of here in the open space. And then the fox is kind of near this corn stalk that has escaped the field. They're right there in front. So cute. And that card is done. So easy to put together. You could get all these cards done easily in an hour. Handwrite a cute little message and send them off for fall. I love them. Oh, you're so sweet, Penny. Thank you. She says she agrees with Nan on my alternatives. All right, we are done. We spent about 40 minutes looking through the kit and making our cards. Quick and easy. Love it. like I mentioned earlier, if you're interested in getting some different ideas that you can do with this kit, come back and check my channel next week where I'll start to share some alternatives. At least I hope I'll start to share them. I'm trying to get right back on schedule. So hopefully they'll be ready to go before we get October's kit. So don't forget to make sure to subscribe before October 10th. And that's when they bill for that's the last day to subscribe so that you can get the October kit, which is a fun one as well. All right, you guys, so good to see you. Oh, thank you, Dawn. She says, I also love your alternatives. It's been fun to spend some time with you today. I hope you can take some time today to be creative and do something fun. And yeah, we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.